All right, it says we're live. Hi guys, can you see us?
Somebody say, hi.
Can you hear us? What is this saying? Oh, that's a Charlie. Here's what I can see. 10 in the house. Hi, I'm Daisy. Can you guys hear us? Testing the mic and stream. That's off. Are you sure? No, the little dots. Can you guys hear us? This is live.
Sounds is super clear.
Oh, okay, good.
Sound isn't super clear.
Isn't super clear. That's spooky. Let me bring this up a little bit. I don't know how to make it better. Sound is a little muffled. I wonder if it's not connected because let me check the mic itself. I have a feeling it's getting the sound from the computer instead of the mics. Give me 1 second while I troubleshoot this, I think. Never done this before. Match?
Sounds awful to elder cats. Elder.
The Adele.
I think we need more sound.
That you can't press. That just shows us. I think it's picking up the sound from the webcam instead of from the mics. But it's not letting me change anything. Edit? No. Customization? It doesn't give me the option for sounds. Microphone. Oh, guys, I'm starting to feel really bad right now. How do I fix the sound? Newbies at work here. Okay. Well, Tara says she can hear us. That's weird. Okay, let me come forward. What are some of the options? Close. Trailer, we want trailer, redirect. Chat replay. Details. Let's just. That's just about the like once the video goes through. How do you fix it? Sue?
Yeah.
Sue from Highland?
No.
Sue
from Lucky Dog.
Oh, Sue from Lucky Dog Productions. But you said Sue, I thought it was Sue from Highland Pines. Well, Sue's a pro with live stream, so maybe you can guide me on how to fix the sound. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to give it a go. Ooh, my nose is itchy. I don't want to click end stream. I don't know what to do, mommy. Just leave it alone.
I think the microphone really just like figure out a way of raising the volume on the microphone. I don't know how to do that.
I'm not gonna do that either. It doesn't give me the option. Look, I click on a mic and it just brings me to the settings. There isn't anything for sound.
And Jill says she can hear us.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Hopefully we're not too muffled for everyone.
Blue skies, I can't understand fine.
Just
even
a
though
bit muffled.
A little muffled.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. So, first off, thank you all so much for joining us on our first live. I have butterflies on my stomach. And we showered for you. Look, my hair's still wet. Can you smell me? We put on perfume. I put on lipstick. We're excited to have you guys with us.
Yeah, it's like we're having a date with you guys.
Yes. It's definitely a date. And I'm staring at myself. I don't want to stare at myself. Let me minimize this. How weird. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the chat. Is everyone in agreement with? Okay, that's you. So we are at Angela Vaughn.
Lori's here.
Your name is so
Lori.
familiar. Hi, Lori. Lori is my ex-boss, but boss at heart. It's so awesome that you've come to support us. Mwah, mwah. Love you, babe. And Angela
Yes.
has like been following us. Like for some reason, I'm thinking of Instagram and Facebook for like a long time, a while ago. Probably even from my personal page with keto. I don't remember where it started. But thank you for joining, Angela. um, we're at Peace River, the campground in Wachula that is part of Thousand Trails.
Angela was at Okeechobee this one. We were doing videos.
Oh, really?
The Okeechobee KOA.
That's where it was. That's right.
Yeah.
At the Okeechobee KOA, you found us from there, and you said that we
Yeah.
drove. You were driving by us as we were recording, or something
Yeah.
like that. That's so funny that you're still following us since then. Thank
hanging
you.
it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. um,
Blue sky. Your house smells terrific, by the way.
oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Blue skies.
Thank you, Savvy. So, who hasn't been at Peace River? Do you guys have any questions about this campground? I don't want to release or disclose where we're going to next. Not yet. You have to find out in the next live on August 15th.
I'll tell you what, I love coming to Peace River.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I love coming here, but I also love leaving. Because as of right now, and we leave tomorrow morning, as of right now, and I did this on purpose, as of right now, I have stabbed myself while we were mushrooming on my left leg with a
like a twig.
like a twig.
Right.
It was like a wide twig, and I stepped this part in and up this way, and it stabbed me in the leg.
It was literally sticking out of her leg for the longest of time.
Yeah, it was. And Bob from Lucky Dog is here.
Hi, Bob. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and I also stabbed myself here on the wrist. I still have a scar that I'm healing. Something bit me on my left finger, middle finger, left hand, and the top of the joint swelled up like crazy.
It was huge.
And like 2 days ago, something bit me here, and my the upper part of my hand swelled up.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I have, as of right now, I have 11 bites and mosquito bites, and I douse myself in repellent. I douse myself in it, and yeah.
She gets destroyed here.
I do.
There's been, since day one, and we've been staying here, it's going to be the full 3 weeks, there's a wasp that keeps crashing, like flying into our window, like trying to come in here, and it's crawling all around the window and biting around the edge, and it's angry, and it does it every single day. It's crazy. I don't understand. But it's been fun. It's been fun. We love hitting up the river, doing fossiling, so you're going to have to wait for that video. It's not going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, but Thursday, you'll get to see all the different things that we found. Not just shark teeth, much more than that, so that's cool.
Yeah, at first I thought I was only looking for shark teeth.
Yeah.
Then I did a little more research, and now I know I'm looking for a lot more things, and I've been able to find a couple of things.
Yeah.
Lexi's doing well. Thank you for asking. I don't know if it's MJ or Izzy.
She is laying on my pillow right now.
She's doing well. She, she had a little bit of a setback. We had to give her some antibiotics, but that's the usual thing for her. She has pancreatitis.
It's MJ.
Hi, MJ. She has pancreatitis off and on. Bouts of pancreatitis, yeah. Because she licks the floor and she eats everything she finds.
Yes.
So it's a constant battle with that.
It's so sandy here. Like there's dirt everywhere. We have to sweep in here literally 3-4 times a day, and the sand makes her really itchy. So then her anxiety, she just doesn't stop biting herself, and then that messes with her stomach because of the anxiety. It's just like a disaster. It's just camping therapy.
Yeah, he says that our voices sound a little fuzzy.
Oh, sorry. I tried to troubleshoot it, but I don't know how. I'm suspecting that the webcam is picking up on the sound instead of the mic. And I can't figure out how to fix that right now. So hopefully during the next live, we'll do like a test one between now and then. The next live, the 15th, I promise we'll get it together. It's our first live. So we're just learning as we're going.
We're learning alongside with you guys.
Yes, yes, we are. So I am dripping sweat. You guys got me nervous.
So
The
yeah,
AC's pumping.
so those are all the things that have happened to me while I've been here. We've been here the 21-day stay, and it probably rained 14 continuously.
Yeah.
And then after that, it rained off and on just about every day. So we haven't been able to enjoy it the way we usually enjoy it. Like we go out to the river a lot, but we haven't been able to do that a lot because it's been raining a lot. And also the river is really, really high.
Yeah.
So I don't like the idea of going out there when the river's so high in terms of getting in the river because I can't really see. It's very murky, and I'm not looking forward to getting bitten by an alligator.
Yeah, yeah. Which we did see last time we came to Peace River. We didn't see any gators, even though our neighbor did it. He sent me pictures of it. But this time we did. We did see a baby gator, which I'll be posting those pictures and videos, not just in a vlog, but on Instagram as well. Now you said telling Jason. You said that. I'm not sure if that's
Her son,
Uh-huh.
because she just said that dogs are like kids too.
Yeah. They are kids. Lexi's my baby.
And she's like a 7-year-old, like a really bad 7-year-old.
Yeah, human years.
Yeah, she's not.
Lexi's 12, 13.
12.
Lexi's 12, but she behaves like a spoiled toddler.
Specifically with me, she has no respect for me.
No respect. No.
Doesn't care what I say.
um, so yeah, besides fossiling, which we've hit up that river several times during our visit, this time we hit up two parks also. You're a softie, Lou.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
She also has really big teeth.
She has baby teeth. They're just like tiny baby teeth.
They're not.
They're not.
They're like wolf size.
No. No. I should call her over here. She's asleep. Her eyes are closed. Yeah, she gets away with things. Like if Lou calls her, tells her to get down or to do something, she'll get mad at her. She'll take out all her teeth, and that's it. Lou backs up. But me, complete opposite. She takes out all her teeth, and I still get in her face, and she'll pretend like she's gonna bite me, but she doesn't bite me. She'll like open her mouth, and then after that, she'll start apologizing, giving me a million kisses. Like, I'm sorry, I tried to scare you.
Yeah.
She doesn't do
She
that
doesn't
with
do
me.
that She's drawn blood already.
I don't think she's exaggerating that.
It's not.
You're not exaggerating.
You know I'm not exaggerating.
She's the baby.
That's way whatever she wants.
Yeah.
So from here we're going to a Florida East campground.
East Coast.
You'll have to wait until the end of that stay to find out where.
We've planned all the lives that we plan on doing right before moderator, if I could stop. Right before we leave a campground, so like that we can talk about the campground. All of our vlogs at this point are basically about 3 weeks behind. Hence, tomorrow the first one from Peace River is gonna go up. We're doing that just for our security. You know, you guys should know there's a lot of weirdos out there coming and knocking on the door or anything of that sort.
What's a good segue?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, that is a good segue. We got robbed while here.
Rob is putting it very dramatic.
I am a little dramatic. Okay, so I'll let you tell the story as to what happened because I'm like yapping away.
Yeah, so, yeah, well, Wow is right, Mary or Fred, or Mary and Fred. Yeah, we have a Champion 3400 inverter generator. And the way we usually travel with it is that we travel with it in the bed of the truck. And then when we arrive at the campground, we have a cargo tray in the back, and we transfer it to the cargo tray, and we lock it with this like a wire.
It's a heavy duty lock.
Yeah, it's a wire, just like a really thick, like inch wire with a lock on it, and we did what we do all the time. Exactly that. We put it in the back. And about a week ago, and she was gonna go walk Lexi, and she came in and she grabbed the keys. She had the keys in her hand, and she put it on a little hook that we have there, and she said, I think they stole the generator. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And she's like, yeah, I think they stole the generator. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, no, yeah, it's pretty big, it's missing. So I was like,
missed that.
okay, that doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, and she just left. And
I didn't just leave. I went to Wauchula FL.
Right. I went to the back of the truck and nothing was broken in. The window wasn't broken. The locks on each side weren't broken. It was locked. So I thought, how did they get it out of there? How did they get it out of the back of the pickup truck um, without breaking anything? Like, these people are freaking magicians. So I was just sitting here like, I don't, whatever. So I called Geico. I reported it. They said, good for you. We're not giving you anything. Sorry that happened. We know you're having a bad day. We wouldn't wish this on to anybody, but you're not covered.
Apparently, they've changed their policies. So if things inside your vehicle that are part of the vehicle get stolen, then it's covered. But personal belongings in there, it's not. Thankfully, well, we'll still see it. But I'll let you continue the story. I'll let her continue sipping it.
So I called Geico. They told me that. I was like, okay, whatever. So Angie came back from walking Lexi, and I told her I called Geico. They said they are not going to cover us. So we're just out of a generator at this point. And I was just like dumbfounded, like, oh my God, like, so what is going on here? So I just kept thinking about it, Next morning I get up, we're talking, and I bring it up again because I'm like obsessing about it. Like, how did they do that? How did they get it out of the truck? So I tell Angie, so I don't understand. I don't understand how they took it. And she's looking at me like, are you like slow? Are you, which part of this are you not understanding? What are you not getting? And I was like, I don't understand. They didn't break anything. It's like nobody ever went in there. And she's like, and where? What are you talking about? And I'm like, the generator. And she's like, what are you talking about? So I go, the crack of the truck is not broken. They didn't break the window. They didn't break the handle. They didn't break anything. She goes, well, it wasn't in the back of the truck. I took it out of the back of the truck and I put it in the cargo area. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. It was behind the trailer. It wasn't inside the truck. But I'm going to pause there. Hi, following Yellow Brick Road. Thank you for coming. First timer. We hope that by the end of this live, you choose to subscribe to our channel. But yeah, I had taken it out of the truck and locked it to the cargo tray behind the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the story. I was like, why are you talking about the truck? It has nothing to do with the truck.
Yeah, she's like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you like, I don't understand. And I was like, well, because it didn't break anything. She's like, because it wasn't there. It was on the cargo tray where we normally put it. I took it out of there so we could fire it up, because we fire it up every couple of weeks to make sure that everything's working properly.
Right.
And I was like, you're kidding me. And she's like, no. I'm like, did you lock it? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yes. I'm like, yeah, maybe not. So I went to the garage to see what I call the garage, our little storage.
Outside storage of the RV.
I call it the garage. And that's where we usually put it when we don't use it.
Right.
It wasn't in there. And I went to the back to see if they cut it, it should be there. It wasn't there either.
No.
So I was like, okay, I am completely clueless at this point. Like, how did they do that? How did they lift it from how did we not feel that? How did we not feel like an 80 pound, 60 pound, something like that, 60-pound generator being lifted from the tray?
Okay.
In this, we're 20 feet on the outside and we're 15 on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So in this particular trailer, if you accommodate yourself, it's like being in a blender.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it either they took it at night when we were sleeping or if they took it in one of our outings. But she ended up calling Michael back and retelling them the story. Like, okay, wait a second. My wife corrected me. It wasn't in the truck. We reported it she went to the office and reported it to the manager, which already suspected
so I
who it
walked
might
in.
be, and it's somebody we suspected who it might be.
Right, so I walked into the office and I asked to speak to the manager. The manager here at this time is Lisa. She was phenomenal. Just amazing. I walked in, I said, can I speak to the manager? I said, I'm in such and such site, and my generator got stolen. And she was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, my generator got stolen. She's like, do you have any suspicions? And I was like, no. Because I mean, there's
Don't want to point the finger
there's a
without
bunch of
having
people
proof.
there. You don't have proof. You
Yeah.
don't want to say anything like that. So she gave me some paperwork to fill out, and she sent me to the rec hall. She said she was going to call the police for me. And I was sitting there, and then she came over. And when she came over, she was like, look, I'm going to ask you again. And I was like, there's a lot of people around, but I mean, the only people that stick out like a sore thumb are these people that are like one trailer away from us on the opposite side. And I don't know.
Ooh, cock fritters. I wish I was there. But yeah, the people she's talking about had like a diagonal view. They're on the other lane from us. So their back is facing our back, and they're always outside. They always have like a lot of junk out there.
A couple of times I walked through there, they have like an E150 or maybe a 250, and in the back of the truck is empty, as in no seats. And a couple of times I've seen, like I saw a bunch of like fluorescent bulbs, the big long ones in the back. Another time I saw like 3 or 4 wall unit ACs in the back there. Another time,
The fluorescent light.
that's what it said.
Okay, yeah.
Another time I saw like a heavy, like a jackhammer, like the ones that you would use like when you're breaking up the street. So it's just like weird, It was just like,
They behave in a weird manner too. One of our neighbors says that they see them riding their tricycle midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and walking between people's campsites. So it's really weird behavior. So we suspected it was them, and apparently the manager suspected it was them too.
yes, the manager had a lot of complaints about them and their behavior being loud, having a lot of junk around the campsite and stuff like that. So finally, when the police showed up, we explained to them what happened. Again, Officer Layton was amazing, outstanding. Just I have
The
never.
cop was awesome.
Yeah, he was just amazing. Police
Lakeport,
officer.
Lakeport,
I think it was Layton.
Here in Hardy County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, he was amazing. It was a canine unit, which was kind of fun.
Oh my God, the dog hugged Lou.
Yeah.
It was a bloodhound.
Yeah, she hugged me.
And
Stella.
we asked if we can say hi to Stella, and Stella just got acquainted with Lou. She literally stood up and leaned her head on her shoulder. It was the cutest thing.
She knew I needed a hug.
Yeah. So, Lou was distraught.
He walked the police dog all through our campground, and then he actually went over to.
Yeah, he went over there with Stella so Stella can sniff.
And asked them if they could look around and everything. Yeah. Looked all the way around. I mean, they really made their presence felt. And then after that, he's like, we're gonna keep patrolling for the rest of the day. We're gonna keep patrolling. And so again, like I was outside working on my little water fountain, and I see them again walking by. I mean, driving by.
Yeah.
And then like half an hour later, again I see him. But this time I saw him stop at the campsite
for a long time.
And for a long time with the window down, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what's having a chat with him again or what?
Yeah.
And I was outside. He comes over after he finishes the chat, or what I thought was a chat. He comes over, he drives in front, he calls me over, and he said, by the way, this guy just got arrested. And
they arrested him.
I was like, what? And they caught him. They had my generator. He was like, no, we don't have your generator, but he had an outstanding warrant for meth possession.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And not in this county, in Manatee County, which from my understanding is west of here.
Right.
So
and not too far. I think the manager said it's like an hour drive or something like that. So he had a warrant for his arrest, and they arrested him. And that same evening, the lady, his wife, his girlfriend, whoever it is that he lives with, had somebody come and help tow their trailer, and they left. They were supposed to be gone, but supposedly their truck wasn't working.
Yeah. They said they were going to be gone that night, and they were. That's what the manager told us, that they were supposed to be gone that night, and they were gone that night.
She's trying to get them evicted from the Thousand Trail system so that they can't come back because they've received way too many complaints.
I don't know about the system,
but at least this part. She doesn't want them coming back to this part. Yeah. So some scary stuff.
That's what happened. She was outstanding.
Hey, hi Jessica.
He came back before leaving, you know, which
Are you
was,
still in D-Land?
which is great.
That is a crazy story, Debbie. Like, now we're just waiting on Geico. They said that they're going to send an adjuster over. Not sure why, because it's a freestanding generator. It's not attached um, to the RV, but they are going to send an adjuster over since it's something for the RV and our property in the RV is covered. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get anything out of it. If not, you know, it's gone. I told you, at least it's one less heavy thing that we have to lug around with us, so I don't feel so bad. In the end, we wanted to get a smaller generator, anyways. Um, it is what it is. I feel bad that they got arrested because we shined light on them, but at the
I
same
don't
time,
feel
I
bad.
also don't feel bad
I don't feel bad.
because
We
he had
may
a
have
warrant.
helped somebody else.
Yeah,
We may have lost our generator, but we may have helped
or
somebody
and
else.
somebody else from losing something. Yeah.
And so, like across the way here, about a mile, less than a
Thanks,
mile,
Mary and Fred.
about a mile over just south on 17th, there's Pioneer Park.
Oh, I hope you feel better, Lori. Get some rest. We understand. I'm glad you got to see our beautiful faces too. Recover quickly. And kisses to the Grand Diva once you're feeling better. I think Lou is typing a goodbye too.
Um, so yeah, there's a park south of here on 17, right over the river. It's called Pioneer Park, and they have a campsite over there also. And um, they're very inexpensive. So you can stay there full coverage for $100 a week,
Yeah.
or you can stay for the month 30 amp, $300 a month, 50 amp, $350 a month. And we heard that there's a lot of cycling with the camping pass.
Yeah.
That they stay here for 2 weeks, they go there for a week, they come back for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And supposedly these people that we suspect that stole the generator have been doing that. And also, the police officer told us there was two police officers um, that they had heard the name before. So
Hi, Cliff. Yes, I wish Hawkeye was here too. So you guys, Cliff was actually our neighbor the last time we were here at Peace River. He's the one that showed me the picture of the gator. And we saw a gator this time. I'm gonna tag you when we post that picture on Instagram. Hawkeye would have totally protected us from those thieves.
yeah,
And
100%.
Jessica,
100%.
they're right. If you want to hear the full story, definitely rewatch it. But to recap, our generator was stolen from us here at Peace River Campground, and the people we suspect stole it got arrested for having a warrant for meth possession.
Yeah. And by the way, this is by no means, I want you guys to understand that by no means is a reflection on the park.
No, it's a great park.
As a result of that negative experience of losing a generator, it's not easy. It's an expensive little machine.
Yeah.
We have met people. We met the people across the street, which is Richard, Tina,
Katrina and Haley.
and Kaylee. They were very helpful. They were very welcoming.
Yeah.
And just very supportive. We met the manager, Lisa, which was amazing.
Yes,
Some of the neighbors
so
around us that have cameras have been
Yes, they were
very,
going to check the neighbors' cameras.
yeah, they've been very, very good to us.
Supportive, yeah.
So
It's a great campground.
it's by no it is not a reflection on Peace River Campground.
Yeah.
That is one bad apple, and it has not spoiled the rest of the bunch.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I don't think we'll be back. Oh, I don't know if I can say. I was going to say when we're coming back later in the year.
We won't be back for a while.
Yeah, but later in the year, several months from now. But I am excited about the next park. It will be a trails collection, like Lou said, on the East Coast. One we haven't been to yet. So if you have any guesses, feel free to drop it in the comments. Not that we'll confirm, even though my face might give it away. Sounds very Breaking Bad, says Debbie.
Yes, that's right on point. I love that. I love that
Yes,
program.
because supposedly there was suspicion that they were cooking the meth in.
There's
No,
suspicion.
there was suspicion.
There's no
They've
suspicion.
said that they were cooking the meth
There's
there.
no suspicion. There's no suspicion. Don't.
Don't instigate.
There's no
That would be
suspicion.
a funny story, though.
There's no suspicion.
Yeah.
No conversation about that. Just that when you hear meth addict, you automatically
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
something like that can happen.
Look
But
for the
there's no
termite
suspicion.
test.
The cop went all around and
Yeah.
looked at everything. So,
Yeah, the cup was really cool. Lou was like, "Oh my god! Now that you came and talked to us and then went to them, they're gonna like suspect that we pointed the finger."
yeah.
And she was afraid that there was gonna be some animosity.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna keep driving around. There's not gonna be
Oh
any
my God.
animosity." Lisa's like,
Having said that,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's so funny. I know it's a horrible situation, but it's so funny. So,
"It's good to see you and chat." Jessica.
so the policeman, Officer Layton, said, we're going to keep driving around, you know? And I literally kept seeing them driving around in half an hour, 45
Yeah.
minutes. And then one of the times I saw that there was a pickup truck at the site, which had been there before, which I think was her friend that was going to help tow them. And he had backed up and hooked the trailer up, but he was still there. And I noticed that. I was like, well, I guess we're leaving soon because they're still there. So I see the policeman again. The police officer again drives up, and I was outside still playing around with my fountain, and I see him talking to this other guy, which is I guess their friend, and he's talking to him from the car, and I see him waving his arms or whatever, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. He drives up again. He goes, just wanted to give you a heads up. They're already cooked up and they're leaving. And I already came by and I told them, you're not a registered guest here. That means you're not welcome here. Go get comfortable. You're already cooked up, so it's time to go. And the guy, he says, the guy told him, we're just gathering a couple of things, you know, last minute. And he was like, you got 45 minutes? I want to be back in 45 minutes and I want to see you gone in 45 minutes. That's what you've got. And I was like, okay, great, thank you. So he leaves, and I was doing laundry. So I walk over to the laundromat, and I get there, and he's parked in front of the laundromat.
Yeah.
He's just parked there with the windows open. He's talking to a bunch of people around and coming in and out. He waves at me, and I was like, this guy is amazing. He is totally taking care of us.
Yeah.
He is invested in taking care of us, you know. It was so great to see that.
Yeah.
It was so great to see that. Like I said, it was obviously a negative experience to lose a generator, but everything that came from it.
So many people came
very
together.
Positive.
Yeah.
Very positive.
It was cool. The manager's like, you better not make me go and drive my trailer, park it right next to you guys, even though she has a spot here, permanent spot too.
Oh my God, the spot that she has here. Let me tell you about it.
If you guys have ever been to this campground, the most beautiful spot.
Her wood deck is like a double.
Yeah.
Like a double site wood deck. And then the fifth wheel is like a 45-foot fifth wheel or something like that. It's a mansion.
Yeah, the deck overlooks. It's the only one. It's like the only spot that has a huge concrete pad with wood around it, overlooking the forest. Beautiful spot. That's the manager's spot. Lisa's spot.
And Lisa is amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She's like, if I got to bring my camper and park it out here to make sure that you girls are going to be okay, that's what I'm going to do. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
We're good. We have Officer Layton.
That's
circling every half an hour.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, we can't complain.
Yeah, it was a good experience out of a bad experience. And definitely, Debbie, we gotta laugh about it. You know, we hadn't shared the story with anyone because it just happened recently. So it was good to be able to come and share it with you guys.
Yeah. So we're out of a generator.
We're out of a generator.
Which is not critical, you know, because we're plugged in all the time. It's just a matter of like, if we're in Florida, if there's a hurricane, and you know, we lose light or we lose power or whatever, we have that backup. But you know, it is what it is. We're definitely not rushing out to get another one.
No, not rushing. What time is it? Wow, it's been half an hour already.
And Bob or Debbie, I'm not sure.
I saw the post earlier that there was 15. I see 13 now, but that was cool. I didn't think we were going to have more than 5.
I expected 3.
I didn't think we were going to have more than 5, so thank you guys. You blew our expectation
out of the water.
Away. That's insane that so many people came together to support us on our very, very first live.
Yeah. So you blew my mind times 5. I thought it was three.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
Moving on.
so obviously here, great to see you too. Thank you for being here, Cliff. I don't know if you guys had been to Pioneer Park across the street. I know the adult campers mentioned it to me because they had suggested the wildlife
Yeah.
refuge. So we did have an opportunity to visit that, and we created a vlog for it from it, so you'll be able to see it. Most of the animals were sleeping, but it was a really cute experience.
It was an amazing experience.
It was a really cute experience, and we also had an opportunity to visit Payne's Creek, which is a little bit further out. And if you haven't been, I would recommend going. It's a historic site where the Seminoles, that's where we were fighting with the Seminole Indians, and there's like landmarks like right here. The fight was going on, and such officers and sergeants and whatever passed. But the most coolest part that Lou loved the most
There
was
was a suspension bridge.
she was so thrilled.
That's the only reason I wanted to go. I know it sounds,
There's this
shallow.
sign that says no jumping, and as soon as we're on there, what does Lou do? She's holding onto the bar, jumping on the bridge like a child.
I didn't see the sign.
This I recorded it. It's on the. She's jumping. I was freaking out. It looks like it's newly constructed though, which is a good thing. I don't think we would have fallen in. But it was a really cool experience. I highly recommend visiting Payne's Creek Historic State Park when you're
You
in
got it
the
right.
area. Yeah, I was like thinking about
Oh,
it.
you got it right.
It was nice. You're at the KOA.
No.
What? What are you saying no to?
You don't know what you're reading.
I'm reading what I see there.
Yeah, but it's a conversation.
Oh, okay. Based on somebody, because I'm like scanning through.
Yeah.
Let me see. What else? What else? We had a rare find here. So that's another. You're looking at indigo.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, good. So clue. There'll be some IG and Facebook postings upcoming. So our first few days here, literally like the first 7 days, it was raining every day, back to back to back. So finally, one day that there was sun and kind of nice, I told him, let's go mushrooming. Let's walk between the forests and see if we see any mushrooms. And we did. We saw a ton of different mushrooms, some of which were imposters. They weren't like what is called a puffer mushroom. And if you slice it down the middle, if the middle is all white, it's a real puffer. It's edible. But if it's not, then it's an imposter. So it would be poisonous. And there were a lot of puffers, but they were black inside. So I've got a bunch of pictures of different mushrooms. Oh, we haven't seen her in a while. I think last time I saw Nitstick's besides Instagram was at one of Blue Wave Odyssey's lives or Camper Live. But anyways, um, another time that we went, we found one called an indigo milk cap, a whole row of them. And we did some research and learned that they were edible. Um, and they're really cool looking. You cut them down, they're blue. That's why they're called
Well,
indigo.
they're bluish white on the outside.
Right. I wish I could insert pictures here with you guys. But they're like bluish white. And when you cut them down the middle, they're blue inside also. So obviously, after cleaning them and cooking them, it's said that they taste like portobellos, and I would agree. It was very similar to portobellos. And we went back at least 3 more times because it's been raining a lot. I collected more, so we made portobello tops. I mean, indigo milk caps topped burgers, raviolis. I made a mushroom fried rice, so that was an awesome find here at the Peace River. And a lot of mushroom groups say that they are a rare find, so you really can't find them often.
And you have to harvest them like immediately. Because they go die. And since it's been raining, like I mentioned, it's been raining every day.
Yeah.
I go for a walk, which is about a mile and a half. And it takes me through the river, then through the campsite, and then the hike continues. And then I take half of that hike and make a U-turn and come back. And on that U-turn is when I ran into them. And I have like a mushroom group, I have a foraging group, I have an alligator group. I have too many groups. I'm a group junkie.
She just loves research. Lou's always researching everything.
And when I took because what I've been doing lately is that I take the mushroom I take a picture of the whole mushroom, then I take a picture of the underside of the mushroom, and then I cut it in half and take a picture of the inside, and I post it to a group, and I've sort of been educating myself between the Facebook group and an app that I have. So when I'm looking at something, I kind of know what I'm looking for. And when I cut it open and I saw it blue, I was like, well, that can't be.
That's weird. Yeah.
And my hand got stained.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we already talked about like all those injuries and like cuts and bruises. So then I had blue hands, and I was like, okay, maybe this is an emergency room visit. I don't know.
Oh no, not your favorite? Really? I would think as a vegan or vegetarian that you would love mushrooms.
Craig doesn't like mushrooms.
That's true. Craig doesn't like mushrooms either.
Our brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's true. But they're very portobello like texture and flavor. So I pick up however you cook them. And I made her mushroom fried rice, and I made her mushroom raviolis, and then for me I had mushroom top burgers. Oh, are one of your favorites. Okay, good. I don't know how I saw ours. Are one of your favorites. Yeah, you would love it. And Jessica, if you've never been, we highly recommend it. Peace River is beautiful, very serene, and exactly like the name, peaceful. There's a river that runs against or in this park, and
Runs through the park.
this section used to be part of the Mycennial. Am I saying that right? Like the
Mycen.
Ice Age,
Mycen.
the Mycen time. So all of this was underwater during like the Ice Age. Hence why the roads, it's all shells. And now,
That's the same for all of Florida.
Yeah, I
All
guess
of
so. All
Florida
of Florida
was underwater at some point. And then
Mm-hmm.
during the Miocene period, it got dried out.
Yeah.
And
So now instead of being a huge ocean, it's a little river.
right, so the river has all the remnants of all the animals that
Yeah.
lived in this area, like the mammoth
Yeah.
and mastodons.
A giant armadillo called the
Giant
glide
armadillo.
something. I cannot pronounce its long letters. So you can go fossiling here, which is why Tara wants to join us here one time. I told her you could camp out inside the truck bed camper. So like we found shark teeth, we found stingrays, spinal cords, and
Spinal cord stingers.
we found the stinger.
Yes.
Oh, and then the grinding.
The grinding thing.
The stinger, the grinding clay. Those are the two things, the most common things. But you also found
a scoop for
a turtle scoop,
a turtle scoop, yeah.
and that giant
and
armadillo.
Yeah.
And partial of a mammoth tooth. We even found this last time too.
So the mammoth tooth, the one tooth was like
Right.
that big, and we found like a little chip of something about like an inch.
Tara, yes.
Like that big, and we found like a little chip, and you could still see the grinding plate on it.
Right.
They would chew grass or grass eaters.
Right. So, like I mentioned, Lou's a huge researcher. So, besides, she has like 3 different channels that she watches that are all about fossiling here. But then there's also vlogs that post pictures of this that you find, this is what it is, and this that you find, this is what it is. So that's how we know these 3 unique finds that we had exactly what it was. So on the vlog, I put a comparison, a screenshot of what we found and then what it really looks like. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, like, I am like a kid when I'm here.
Yeah.
It just, stay curious, my friends.
Ooh, mushrooms and couscous would be good. You can make like a little couscous salad.
Yeah, so, yeah, when I'm here, I'm like, looking for the plants to see if there's anything that's edible.
Yeah.
I'm looking for mushrooms. I'm going in the river to see what I can find. And hand feeding the squirrels. Yeah, it's
the
just,
birds. We've been having a lot of northeastern cardinals here in our pad because every day I put a bunch of bird feed and squirrel. The squirrel feed that we have is basically corn. So corn and bird feed, and they're out there. We have like 7 and 8 squirrels at a time. And just a little while ago, we had it was 5 or 6 that I said out loud. Northeastern cardinals. So the females are like brown beiges, but then the boys are really red. So it's that traditional cardinal look that you are familiar with. Yeah, with a little spike.
A little cardinal hat.
Loose hair. Yeah. You're a cardinal too.
I'm a Cuban cardinal.
A Cuban cardinal. Yeah, so these are northeastern cardinals. You're so sweet. Oh gosh. Okay, so we talked about the mushrooms, we talked about the generator, the recommendation of the park. What questions do you guys have for us? I don't know what else to say.
You guys told that Angie is
I am
extremely
so
giddy.
excited because I literally thought there was going to be less than 5 people. So seeing you all here, I just feel so, I don't know, happy. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. It's still not that much, 13. And at that 13 is probably subtracting you being on us, Eat Sleep, me being on as my personal one so that I can read the comments even though I'm reading them there. So we need 11. Reading 15. How are you doing?
There's this
No.
gentleman.
Okay.
There's this gentleman that drives by every day. He has an electric wheelchair, and he has his music blaring.
Yeah, the raise your voice.
He has his music blaring, and the road here is there's no asphalt. It's just like dirt and rocks and shells and stuff like that. And then as you go into the river, it's even worse. You've got like the trees that have like all the roots in the middle of the walkway, and it's up and down, and it's rocky and dusty. And I don't know how he does it. I am like dumbfounded of how he's able. He goes really fast
He
too.
navigates in his little motor chair.
Yeah, really fast. Do all this, and then he goes out. Every afternoon he goes out to the river area, and I'm like, I want to follow him.
Yeah.
I want to see how he does it.
I've seen him bypassing the roots that are sticking out and going around in the grass. So Tara has a question, it has to do with the heat. So our RV isn't like the traditional RVs that have a big AC unit on the top. I wish it would, but at the same time, I'm glad it doesn't because those big traditional RV ACs, if your AC breaks, it's going to be crazy expensive to repair or replace. This RV, we have a Jayco J Flight Swift SLX comes with a wall unit AC. So it's the same little AC units that you would have in an apartment, let's say. Um, and when we bought the RV, we replaced it shortly after because it was like clogged up with pine needles and it smelled really bad in there. It was like seaweed. And we actually just recently replaced it again. So that AC wall unit AC lasts us what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Almost three.
Yeah, and I paid like $200 for it.
For the first time we replaced it was like $200. Now again we just replaced it while we were in Breezy Hills, so maybe like I don't know 4 or 5 weeks ago. Sorry about that. And about the same thing, it costs like $180 from BrandSmart. So that runs.
That
No,
wasn't
that's
$180.
$200 also.
That was $250.
Oh, okay. So that runs basically all day in the summer. We also have a couple of fans in here, one over the bed, and then one in what used to be my office area. Right now we have it pointing towards the couch. So if it gets really, really hot, we'll turn those on as well. And then there's a fan on the ceiling. So it's also like an extractor fan. The one in the living room is a fan slash extractor. The one in the bathroom is an extractor. So if I turn on the one in the bathroom, and as extractor, and I turn on the fan here in the living room, it kind of picks up the air and takes it over there, picks up the air and takes it over there. So there's constant flow in here. And then another thing that we try to do is try to find really shady areas because if we don't have the sun beaming down on us,
Shady areas where they steal their generator.
Okay, fine. Pun not intended. You're so silly.
I had to go there. I
Shady.
couldn't pass it up. I just couldn't pass that up. It was too good.
With a lot of tree coverage, that helps too because if you don't have the sun beaming down on you the whole time, it won't be as hot in here. So that's how we handle at least the Florida heat in South Florida. Remember to clean your AC filter? Yes, as a matter of fact, the new AC that we just got is a smart AC, so I have it hooked up to my phone and I get an alert telling me when it's time to clean the filter. It also says it on the screen, a little red light up telling you that it's time to clean it.
Yeah, every 250 hours the light goes on, whether
Yeah.
it's dirty or not,
Yeah.
for you to clean it. And I am in charge of cleaning everything.
She is. All the fans. I have really bad allergies, so me around all that Dogs would just trigger and I'll start sneezing more. Um, anyway, so she cleans it. We didn't have to clean it. We didn't get the notification in in Deerfield Beach, Florida, or in Vero Beach. But as soon as we got here to Peace River, that notification comes on at least every 4 days or so. And when she takes it out, it's full of little gnats. You know, the no-see-ums, those tiny, itsy bugs. It's full of it. And I don't even see them outside when we're out there. I don't feel them bite us. But she has to clean it every couple of days. It's constantly filled with those little no-see-ums. So let's see. We got the clean filters. The constant flow does help. Yeah. Um, between the fans and the AC and the tree coverage, perfect. It's a good question, Tara. Who's typing away answering you guys over there? Any other questions you guys have for us? Whether it's Thousand Trails, Lou and Angie. She's putting in the comments.
What kind of allergies do you have?
Wow. So I finally did a skin graft allergy test. And what am I not allergic to? My allergist said that I should live in a bubble. Actually, your PCP had said the same. So all kinds of stuff between insects and grass and trees. I'm allergic to Lexi, dogs and cats. So my allergist is trying to convince me not to get another dog after Lexi because that's what triggers it the most. But that's not happening.
I have a lot of skin allergies.
Yeah, hers is mostly skin. When are you coming to see me? Tara, when are we gonna come and stay with you again? Since you guys are both in Zealand, whenever we come and visit Tara, we can definitely hook up with you and go to Trilogy Coffee.
We love D-Land.
We love Zealand.
Not only is it a fun place for us to go, but
yeah,
Tara's there. And
Tara's there. Tara's a great friend of
one
ours.
of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always fun to go there.
Anytime. But as for the truck bed camper, that you probably don't want to come stay in the summertime because it's just two little USB fans. So you probably want to come in the fall or in the summer or in the winter if you're going to crash in there because then it's cold.
Yeah, it's tolerable at that point.
Yeah, tolerable. It's nice. So I don't know. We are going to be staying in Florida the remainder of this year, probably even all the way through. Lexi finally woke up. Yes, Trilogy is the best coffee house. Probably even through February. So all of our vlogs between now and then are all going to be the 3,000 trails that we have here in Florida, and then the east coast of Florida. Um, that'll get us all the parks on the east coast. And then after that, I don't know if we're gonna actually leave Florida and hit the west coast. Lou's considering doing another truck bed
Not
camper.
anytime soon.
So that's not gonna be next year. I know she wants to do Route 66 in the truck bed. So I'm like crossing my fingers that that's what's gonna happen in February. I don't know if that's
Not
what's gonna
anytime soon.
happen in February.
Yeah, gas is
Oh,
as
the
you guys know,
gas is horrible.
is not fun,
Yeah.
and so traveling long distances will cost a lot of money,
Yeah.
and will take away from any money that we would have to have fun with. So yeah, it's not.
Hi, James Cantonese.
It's
Your
not the.
name looks really familiar. You're probably a Blue Wave Odyssey. Like you found us through Blue Wave Odyssey or William with Camper Life. Am I right? That name is kind of ringing a bell to that. Route 66 is on our bucket list too. Hey, if we can do it together, that would be awesome. Because it's always nice having a camping buddy.
The thing with Route 66 is that sort of the way I want to do it is I want to be able to be driving and just pull over and hang out and stop at a diner and stop wherever I want. Whereas if I'm towing, I have to go and drop off the trailer and then come back. So that's why I've been thinking that that might be a good adventure for us as a truck camping adventure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But as you guys know, Route 66 starts in Chicago and it goes all the way to California. So if we leave from Florida and we end up in California, now it's a huge trip back from California to Florida to pick up the trailer. So there's some logistics that have to be worked out that would make sense to make that happen.
Bob, that's really sweet of you to have put it on your community page. I emailed you, William, and Donovan. You're probably the only three I emailed. Oh, actually, and Mary and Fred about the stream like a week ago, giving you guys a heads up, hoping one of you would chime in and say that you would be a moderator, but I didn't get a reply, so I was like, maybe they're not going to be able to make it. Mary and Fred, obviously, I text with her often, so I'm like, I'm making you a moderator. You never know if we're gonna have any trolls coming through. But thank you for putting it on the community page. That's really sweet. And the Keys, yes. We originally planned, or we were wanting to go to the Keys in September because there's a huge lesbian festival called Girls in Wonderland. It's in Orlando. The Keys is
Women Fest.
Women Fest. But I suspect we're probably not going to be able to make it for September. But I think we will be making it before this season, our season 5 of East Coast. It's going to happen. We're going to go. It won't be in September as originally planned. And both of them, Fiesta Key and Sunshine Key, which is the one that you were looking forward to the most.
I don't care as long as as long as it ends with key and it's in Florida, I don't care.
Yeah, I know that's Mary and Fred with the adult campers. One of their favorite campgrounds. Cliff, that's where you guys you went there shortly after we saw you here at Peace River, right? That's where you guys ended up
I
going.
think they were leaving from here to the Keys.
To the Keys.
Yeah.
And then they were going to go to Breezy Hill or Highland Woods. I hope you liked Highland Woods. And the tips that we gave you, worked out. I wonder if he actually went to Wales Woods because we talked to him about the Wales
Woods. Yeah.
Later. We met you.
The adult campers.
Yeah, the adult campers met us on the way back.
Yeah,
that was really cool. The adult campers actually came and stayed at a Cracker Barrel that was near us when we were still stationary, right before we left Old Timey. And we got together and we met for the first time face to face, and we took them to the Wales Rib, which is where we were recommending for Cliff to go with his wife. Or they took us. We made the recommendation of the place, but they took us. That's true. Thank you. And that's where we recommended for Cliff and his wife to go with me. We're gonna stay over there. What am I missing? I think Costa Rica.
Don't worry.
Okay.
It's all good.
Just trying to get
Bob and I are chatting. It's all good. He's making me want to get up and make coffee.
Oh. Hey, speaking of coffee, pumpkin spice is already back at Walmart. Can you believe it? That's not coffee though.
No, but that's the Dolphins.
Oh, Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins #1.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
You can't sing that song because you don't like them.
I love them. I just dog them all the time because I want to mess with Lou. That's all. I just want to mess with her and make her feel bad.
It works.
Gotta go. Thank you for coming, Izzy and MJ. We really appreciate you. We should be getting out of here too because I told them we shouldn't make it more than an hour, and we're already at 59 minutes. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm typing and cooking the listening side. Now I'm wondering what you're making. I defrosted sausage, so I plan on making myself egg roll in a bowl. And Lou has leftover lentils, so she'll be having a bowl of lentils. Go Fins, yes.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Somebody's on my side. Now it's you, me, and my sister. That's it. That's it.
Bye, MJ.
Bye, MJ. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you for coming and supporting us.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. You didn't make it to the Wales. Okay, well, at least Jones don't cry.
That's, that might be better.
A little harder on the wallet, but better.
Better.
Definitely better. Well, for those that are tuning in late, I recommend coming back and rewatching it because we had our generator stolen here at this campground. So you might want to go and check out that story as to what happens. And you're having one pot chicken sausage and chickpea soup.
That sounds delicious.
That does sound good.
Sounds delicious. Perfect for a hot summer day. Just pipe up the AC.
Pipe it up.
That's all.
Pipe it up for sure. And have a cold beverage. Diehard fan of the Dolphins?
Yes. All right, Bob. I love that. Thank
Yes.
you.
We understand the frustration.
Somebody.
Very disappointing.
We. Bye, Cliff. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. We are going to be wrapping this up too since we've been here an hour. We've taken up a ton of you. Yes, our generator. Our generator was stolen here at the campground,
Mhm.
and the people we suspect stole it.
Yeah.
The gentleman was arrested.
Not for
So-
stealing it.
Not for stealing it, but the
It
same
was like
day
a-
the cop ended up coming back and arresting. So we're not going to get into it again.
It was like a Breaking Bad episode.
Yes.
I'm quoting.
Somebody else called it a Breaking Bad episode here. So you're gonna have to replay it. It's okay, Melody. I hope you enjoyed your time with the grandbaby. Thank you for tuning in. We are logging out though. We are closing it off.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you guys for joining us today. We really, really, really appreciate all of you guys coming and spending this time with us. We did not expect to be here with anybody else but Mary and Fred. Not that that would have been a bad thing. We love
we
you
thought it was
guys.
gonna be an intimate thing, just a few of us in here.
We love you guys tremendously. We can't wait to spend more time with you guys.
Cliff
Way-
Genie, we said hi back and give a hug to Hawkeye for us, and we hope to run into you guys on the road.
Blue Wave, Bob, and Debbie, always supportive, always being extremely generous.
My
with us.
heart is overjoyed.
And we can't wait to meet you guys in person. We are in Florida.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can
yeah.
make this happen.
Yeah.
And everybody else on here, we really appreciate you guys. And we are going to say goodnight. And we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. So our next live will be Monday, August 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern
Thank you,
Time.
James.
Again, and we'll be at a new campground, so at that point we'll disclose
Love
where
you,
it is that we're
Sarah.
at. Well, tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's vlog is Lou making a DIY. I think this is going to be our first DIY vlog.
If you don't consider rebuilding the entire.
Oh, that's true.
As a
Well,
DIY.
yeah, that's true. The whole renovation season 2 in the playlist is the entire renovation.
Thank you,
Anyways,
Blue Wave.
bye,
Bye,
you guys.
guys.
Let me open up this thing because I minimized this so I wouldn't see myself. Bye.